Pleasant greeting to you right where you are, wherever you are geographically. Come on in. I count it an honor to be in your company once again. Yes, listen, I was thinking as I sat earlier, and I thought about wrestling as a young girl. Not me wrestling, but I was just so, so I just loved wrestling, to watch it, that is. And I would just watch and observe the two wrestlers in the ring. And the opponent, I was always cheering for the one that was losing. And that one would be on the mat, and the referee would be there for the count. He was down for the count. And just before, the referee would just say that last count, that last number, that opponent, the one that was down, would just get up and sit right up. Turns out, so that one that was down, the opponent that was down, ends up winning. Symbolically today, I'd like to share with you how we are actually in a warfare, not a battle, because the battle has already been won. We are the victors and not victims. And the Apostle Paul in the book of Ephesians chapter 6. When you get some time, please read the book of Ephesians, but make sure read Ephesians chapter 6, where the Apostle Paul admonishes us to put on the whole armor of God, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places in the heavenlies. Therefore, it is of great importance that you and I put on the whole armor of God. So many times, just like that wrestler, the opponent who's down for the count, there's something within that opponent laying out on that mat in that ring that gives him the strength, the endurance to get up. Likewise it is with you and I putting on the whole armor of God. Remember, the armor belongs to God. It does not belong to you and I. When we put it on, God recognizes his armor. Yes. And we have to put on the whole armor. Put it on in its entirety. And remember, we cannot fight this warfare with our own understanding, with our own intellect. We must call upon the name of the Lord. Call upon him. Because the word says, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and had not called upon the name of the Lord. God will hear you. He will come to your rescue. He will divinely rescue you. He will defend you. Yes, allow God to be your defender, your vindicator. Yes. And listen, do not lean to your own understanding. Do not lean to your own intellect. Believe the word. Stand on the word and keep your whole armor. Keep the whole armor on, even when you go to sleep. And it comes through prayer. Prayer. Pray. Increase your prayers. Intensify your prayers. And prayer is talking to God, communing with him. He said, remind me of my word. We are to remind God of his word, of his promises to us. And when we're going through a hard, or we're in a hard place, remember to call upon the Lord. To call him. He's listening, and he hears. Can you imagine you getting all beat up, and not calling on the Lord like the wrestler. The wrestler's just, getting pounded. And just like he's losing the whole match when suddenly gets up. That's how it is symbolically when God comes to your rescue. So I encourage you, trust God. We're in a marathon. Life is like a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a quick run. But remember this today. Only he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. And this nugget today, finish strong. Finish your race strong. Finish strong in the Lord. God bless you right where you are. Be encouraged.